people who are pro porn, where at least there should be some sort of age restriction.
Oh, I am completely.
As she said, the average age of introduction to pornography, I think it's actually 12 years old.
But it's not supposed to be.
And the average age that a child gets
the
average age that a child gets a smartphone now is about 10 years old. So yeah, at some point they're going to be introduced to pornography, but a lot of these porn websites don't
Why
have.
are the parents giving 10-year-olds?
Yeah, but that's
I think either way you're missing the point.
No, I don't think I am. I think parents need to parent better. Don't give your 10-year-old an iPhone.
My point is more so that
don't give your 3-year-old an iPad when you're out to dinner.
If you're putting something out there in the world that you think is so harmful, why would you keep putting it out there?
I don't think what I'm doing is harmful because you have to be 18 to see what I'm doing.
But so that's what I'm
This is the thing. Okay, this is the thing. What happens behind closed doors is always going to happen. Coke isn't legal. Everyone does Coke.
Okay, Isabella, finish your thought, then we're going to move on.
It's not my fault if people find a way to do things.
This goes back to the age verification thing that I was talking about, that Lila was talking about, is these, like, you go on the website and they ask you if you're 18, you click yes. There's no, like, genuine, like, there's no actual age verification that, like, any child can go on and access pornography. So you're saying parents shouldn't give their child screens to be able to even be put in a position to access it, but
children
you're
should
providing
be outside.
pornography on your end to be able to.
Children should be outside playing. They shouldn't be on iPads. They shouldn't be playing video games. They shouldn't be on iPhones, etc.
To add what she said,
it's a very counterintuitive.
Honestly, anything nowadays is so easily accessible. Whether you give your child a phone or not, their friends are gonna have phones.
So this is the
word
thing.
goes around.
But why is the solution
That's not really up to us. Maybe you need to ask like the owner of OnlyFans to do a better verification. The owner of Pornhub.
But they
to do better
have.
They have a credit card, so it's like already got pretty good verification, right?
They have.
Would you guys like start a campaign to demand that OnlyFans and Pornhub does that? Since you are,
yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't think kids should be watching porn.
Would you work for, like, for example, Utah's law that says that there needs to be real age verification, and so Pornhub
ID verification.
Pornhub left the state. Would you advocate for that federally?
Yeah. Like, I don't think little kids should be watching certain things, but also at the same time, people are going to watch what they're going to watch. People are going to pay for what they're going to pay for.
But if
it's not me, it's going to be someone else, so I'm going to make my money. No offense.
But if you could make money another way, would you offer that?
I've been Pilates instructor. I have 2 different real estate licenses. I've been the general manager of my Pilates studio. I've been a whole bunch of things. I have multiple different degrees. I live life like I'm on vacation every single day. I make more money than all of my friends do. And all I had to do was just open up to the world about who me and my boyfriend were. And we're supposed to live off the land. We're supposed to be in love. Girls are supposed to embrace their femininity. Men are supposed to embrace their masculinity. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong.
Christy, if you could do something else and make the same amount of money, would you?
No, because I'd have to spend a lot more time doing it.
Okay, if you could do something else and not spend more time
What would it
doing
be? What would it be?
If you could do...
Well, we're making a podcast,
okay,
too.
if your podcast blew
There's
up
other
and
things.
replaced your OnlyFans revenue.
I would continue doing both because I'll double the revenue.
Okay.
So
I'm not stupid.
It sounds a little contradictory because on the one hand you're
I
saying
understand
it
it's
creates
very
harm,
controversial,
and then on
and
the
a
other
lot of
hand
people
you're
don't
saying,
get it.
Like on the one hand you're saying it creates a lot of harm and you don't want this for kids and it kind of
No, I
concerns
don't want it
you.
for kids.
I don't think it's controversial at all.
But you're
I
also
think
saying a lot of kids
that's where we're at.
access it and that it's
No,
everywhere.
I'm not saying a lot of kids access it.
Well,
I'm saying
they do.
Parents need to parent better. Parents are also sending children to public schools in liberal states, and they're pushing transgender shit
But do you think it's fair
all
do you
down
think
their
it's-
throats.
Do you think
There
it's I have a question.
this is what I care about. In a lot of elementary schools, there are books in the libraries.
All right, we're not going to talk about
Okay,
that.
we're not going to. That's way worse. I think that's way worse. That's way worse.
That's
I just have
wonderful.
one question. Do you think
way
it's
worse.
fair to demand the standard of parents when we're creating this very pornified society with tons of porn
I
everywhere?
think, yes,
to
parents-
demand that parents can somehow magically insulate their children from the extreme pornification that's accelerating in our society.
The
and
only
the people involved
responsibility
cannot be
parents
responsible for
have
it.
is to parent their children, protect their children.
But should we as
so
a
why
society help parents? by
children
making society
can't
healthier?
get an Apple phone, get a computer. They cannot pay for those things themselves unless their parents are providing it.
But should we,
Parents, yes, I think
but
parents
should we
need to
take
parent better.
responsibility? Should we take responsibility to
Yes.
help families and parents at large do better for their kids by not adding to the toxicity out there that is
you know what?
hurting
My
our
fans
kids?
aren't kids. My fans
How do you
are.
know that?
Because I know who they are. Because I'm in there every day talking to these
Have
people.
you seen their IDs?
I know who they are. They're unhappy married men that are afraid to get divorced because they made a commitment and they're scared and they don't know what to do.
But how
and
would
they're
they,
not
how
they're
would
not
a kid
being
get a credit card and buy an
satisfied.
OnlyFans
But
membership?
do you think it's
Yeah,
healthy
exactly.
for them?
No.
Do you think it's healthy for those men to be
I do
in
not-
that situation, cheating on
No,
their wife, unhappy?
I don't.
Then why?
But
who's-
it's not
who's benefiting
but
them besides
this is
you
the thing.
financially.
They should not have entered into that commitment in the first place.
I
That is a
understand
bigger issue
what
way
you're
above
saying.
me.
I understand
And
what
it's not
you're
going to
saying.
stop with me.
But let me ask,
Marriage is a
Okay,
big
final
commitment.
thought, Isabella, then we're going to
Why
move
would
on.
you commit to a man or a woman
You want one thing?
if you
Okay.
weren't fully committed?
I agree with that, but why would we? I think we each have a personal responsibility to do good, right? And so if it's not, if it's hurting kids, if it's hurting couples that are on the rocks, if it's hurting addicts, if it's hurting these different people, why would we continue to be a part of it?
No, but it's not hurting them. It's them choosing. Everyone has choices in life,
Of
right?
course, but are
every
we
single
helping-
person can choose.
Are we helping or hurting those people that have choices?
They're gonna do it no matter what. If I'm in it, if they're in it, they're gonna do it no matter what.
It sounds like what a drug dealer could say. You know, they're going to do drugs no matter what.
Yes,
so I'm
everyone's
gonna
gonna
make my
do
money.
drugs no matter what, whether it's legal or not. Everyone's gonna do all of those things.
Go ahead.
But do you think
So-
that?
Hold on,
I
hold
guess-
on.
Let Isabel
I just
go
want to
and then I'll
finish
chime
this thought. You know, you say that you're more so traditional, and I know you like talked a little bit earlier about parents should parent better. But I guess the same thing maybe someone could say the same thing about your parents in the industry that you are in. And, you know, to put the blame on the parents for giving their child access to screens, even though some of them may not even be accessing it through their own screens. It could be done through a library, it could be done through their friend's phone, it could be done anywhere. So to put the blame on the parents, but then have zero accountability on your part, be like, oh, well, parents need to parent better, but I'm going to continue to fuel out pornography as much as I want.
Because
But
love,
that's
first
exactly
of all,
what you're-
love is unconditional. My dad's my business manager.
Your
Second of
dad
all,
manages.
He's not my OnlyFans manager. He's my business manager.
Nick, don't
he
show that.
looks over all my contracts. But second of all, there are way, way, way worse things that I can't talk about because he said not to. In school libraries.
I'm a what?
Way worse things in school
Wait.
libraries.
Wait, I'm a what?
I said you can't. I said
don't
I
want her to
can't
talk
mention because you
about-
don't want me to talk about the books in school libraries.
Well, that's online.
I don't know
what
how
you're
we're getting
referring
to this.
So-
You made your point.
Let
You
me
go
just
ahead.
make my point. Adam said he was exposed to porn at 11. I was exposed to porn at 6. We just agreed that kids shouldn't consume porn.
I wasn't
Let me finish my
exposed.
thought.
Okay, that's
It's
not
like
my
saying,
situation.
I know kids are overdosing from fentanyl, but they're going to consume fentanyl anyway. Might as well provide all we can. And I understand what you're doing is different, but
No.
it does seem like you're conflating ideologies. You're talking about conservative values. We're preserving something between a man and a woman in the privacy of their home, keep
you're
the married bed
exploiting
undefiled.
that.
And you're saying, well, we should just screw in a cave. Those are very contradictory views.
Like, how can you say that? Like,
you.
you have a traditional view of marriage, but then say your OnlyFans is filled with married, unhappy men. You don't think that's
It's not my
detrimental
fault that
or
they
exploitive?
shouldn't have got married.
But
That's
it-
why I'm 33 and not married
But
because I
this is
take
the-
it very seriously.
But this is the problem, because it's so easy for people to consume and to go off in another direction instead of fixing their marriages. It's exploitive.
Those
it's
men need
detrimental. But
They
you're
need therapy.
also
They need
they
marriage
should get
counseling.
therapy.
But
But you're filling
They
that
should get
void instead of
therapy.
having
But if it
them
wasn't
help.
her,
Yeah,
it's
but
gonna
so
feel like
are
an actual
bartenders.
Yeah,
so
but
are
you're-
personal trainers. When I was a bartender, they would use me as a therapist. When I was a personal trainer, they would use me as a therapist. It's not my problem that they're not going to therapy.
there's a difference between
regardless.
You're enabling
there's
it.
a
It's
difference
No, I'm not.
between
As a
therapy-
Pilates instructor, I'm enabling
No, no, no,
someone
no. I'm
telling
specifically
me
talking
their
about your
problems.
OnlyFans.
I know,
OnlyFans
but I,
There's
specifically
a
about that.
difference
but
though
I,
between
but I've
therapy and
been
pornography.
all those other things.
There's a difference between therapy and pornography. There's a difference between therapy and talking to somebody about, I'm having these issues in my marriage, how do I fix them, and going off and cheating on your wife behind her back. There's a huge difference. You put the blame on everybody else. The parents should parent better.
not.
They should pick better partners. When in reality, you have a big part of that blame, and that these men are going to you.
Okay,
and that
that's
these
the
people are
final
consuming
word
your
on that.
content.
Okay, so